Hello everyone, I'm Devon Coombs, CPA and MBA, ex-Google and Deloitte, and now a lecturer at San Jose State University as well as a top consultant in the Bay Area. At Google, I worked on the AI deals desk, helping shape how emerging technology meets accounting and business strategy. Today, I'll share practical ways accountants can leverage AI with insights that are equally relevant to professionals in other fields. How many times have you heard that you should be prioritizing automating your work or finding ways for AI to improve your efficiency? Now, how many of you have actually seen the efficiency that AI has promised? This is the gap I see everywhere. So many people are hearing that AI is going to take over the workforce, but the reality is that we are all being asked to do more with less. Many people aren't given the training or the tools to take advantage of this technology appropriately. In addition, most of the time, AI tools don't just improve the speed at which things are done, they actually provide incremental insights that improve the value, the quality, and the correctness of the final answer. So let me walk you through a common problem that I see a lot of people in controllership try to solve. I'll then walk you through how AI fits into the equation, where humans fit into the equation, and the best practices for using AI today. A quick but important disclaimer. This script assumes that all of the AI tools I'm talking about are allowed by your company and that you're using them in secure, approved environments. Everything I'm showing is for illustration. If you're going to do this with your company's data, make sure you are following all company policies and using secure platforms. So, here's the scenario. You get a new, complex deal on your desk and you have no clue how to account for it. Normally, you would call on your technical accounting team, but maybe it's out of scope for them or they just don't have the capacity. Most of the time, you would then need to bring in a consultant, maybe from the Big Four, who would charge you huge rates and then have to get up to speed on your business. The problem is you need to provide guidance on this deal today. It came to your desk this morning and you need to close the books. What do? For complex transactions, I've seen the work take hundreds of hours to document, formalize, and get a conclusion signed off. How could AI help us here? Well, we could start by just asking AI to give us some guidance on the topic. I'd call this a level 1 AI user. You might go to your favorite AI and ask a simple research question like, hey, how do I account for a transaction where I am also making an investment in the customer? This may give you some generic guidance, but it's going to miss the critical context. And this brings us to the first major learning for all of us. Context is king. Initially, this was the huge boom of AI. The idea was prompt engineering. If you give the prompt enough context, you could get a better answer. So a level 2 user might say something like, imagine you're a senior revenue accounting partner at a Big Four firm. You've been asked to prepare a technical memo for a transaction in which we're both selling software licenses and making an equity investment in the customer. Please analyze the arrangement under ASC 606 in the context of the software as a service industry, include relevant benchmarks, authoritative guidance, and provide well-supported conclusions. Now, when we submit the same question with richer context, the output improves significantly. We get a polished 5-step memo aligned with best practices. However, it still misses the key point. The AI continues to treat the investment as part of the revenue contract instead of first applying investment guidance. To resolve this, we have two options. 1, provide additional context, or 2, switch to a different model. This combined will upgrade you to a level 3 user. Let's start by refining the context. As AI has grown, context windows have grown exponentially. So what if you could just upload the whole contract? This is a technique known as RAG, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. The idea is you can provide a document for context and then query that document to get much better, more specific information. Now we can see that if we input a legal document along with all the information we provided earlier, you get a substantially better prompt. But wait, we can still make it better. The next thing we do is called multi-model orchestration. You essentially take the same prompt and run it through 2 or 3 different models. For this example, let's run the same prompt through ChatGPT and through Gemini. While we're at it, we should also select the right type of model. Here's a quick look at flagship versus efficiency options. Efficiency models like Gemini 2.5 flash excel at producing quick answers with minimal latency. Flagship Pro models like Gemini 2.5 handle deeper reasoning, often delivering more robust analyses, though their writing style can feel a bit less fluid. We can see here that we got the correct guidance and answer for the first time through the combination of the right prompt, the right context, and the right model. The takeaway is to match the model to the complexity of your question. For lightweight queries, efficiency models shine. For nuanced or technical work, flagship models are worth the extra processing time. On the screen, you've seen examples of outputs from different models. I hope you noticed how much the quality and depth vary, even with the same prompt. And this brings us to the most important aspect, the human in the loop. Now that you have multiple models generating different answers, how do you judge what's best? As a human, you need to review all of these outputs and decide which one is the strongest starting point. Let's say we assume Gemini 2.5 Pro seems to give the best answer. I'll use this as my anchor, but I'm not done yet. Now I'm going to make the models compete. I'll take the ChatGPT answer and feed it to the Gemini prompt and vice versa. I'll prompt, can you review this competing answer and decide which one is better and why? Please rate both answers across accuracy, completeness, and ease of understanding, and give me both ratings. After doing that, you've essentially gotten them to compete against each other. And you can see here that Gemini Pro 2.5 actually rates ChatGPT's 5 thinking models answer better than its own. However, I don't necessarily agree. The ChatGPT answer is more robust, with 13 different sections, but the details within each section are very brief. The Gemini answer is written in a better style and is still complete enough for my purposes. As you can see, this took another human in the loop review to determine which one seemed the best. But we're not done yet. You're then going to prompt your favorite model to take the best components of the argument from the other model and incorporate them into one single holistic output, formatted exactly how you want it, as an email, a memo, or even slide notes. Now you have a fully comprehensive answer, but you still need to perform a formal review. While this process should get you in a really good spot, there is no substitute for a formal human reviewer to sign off on this. This is because AI models can sometimes hallucinate or confidently state incorrect information. Your expertise is the final critical safeguard. AI should never be substituted for your internal controls. A quick note on agentic workflows. You can use AI agents to automate each of the steps outlined in this video, from preparing the initial draft to cross-checking against another model. This doesn't change the need for a human in the loop to review the final outputs. For example, I was using AI to check answers for my corporate finance university class. In my testing, both models got a complex net present value formula wrong. As a human, I had to review it and catch the error. The same thing applies to technical memos. The facts and nuances related to your company are extremely important. Now, here's the cool thing. You can take all these final validated memos and upload them into a tool like Notebook LM to create audio training summaries or video scripts for new team members. You can also store them to perform trend analysis. So I hope that covers a great use case for how you could use AI for controllership. The real value here is to get alternative views and to improve the quality of your decision making while also improving your speed. I'll leave you with a new take on an old axiom. It's not AI that's going to replace people's jobs. It's people and accountants who can use AI that are going to replace the people who can't. These are some of the best practices to get you started. And please, don't just think about speed. Think about speed and quality of your decisions. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or leave a comment below. If any of this feels intimidating, remember there are excellent tools that can automate these steps, or you can reach out to me. I regularly provide AI-enabled consulting and training for professionals in this space. In the comments, I'd love to hear from you. What's the one task in your controllership function that could benefit most from this process?